Hey, tell me about Presumed Innocent.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I again, these damn posters. Okay, let's talk about Presumed Innocent. Based on the novel, I believe, and also kind of a remake from the Harrison Ford, Greta Scacchi movie from very long ago. Presumed Innocent is a series on Apple Plus, and it is written and created by David E. Kelly. The basic story is that a assistant DA is murdered. Um, Jake Gyllenhaal's character has worked with this DA. In fact, was having an affair with this DA, and he hides it for a little bit, the affair, but it soon gets out, and he is charged with the murder of this DA. And it becomes a political play as well, as the old DA now defends him, and the new DA is the one trying to put him away for life. I'll just say, if you've seen the original Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford, that one is a lot more sexier than this one, and I would suggest going over there. What I guess the benefit for this Presumed Innocent is the fact that it is written by David E. Kelly, and it's a television series, so there's several episodes. We're about halfway through it right now. We're just beginning the trial. That's where the show is at right now. And the reason I wanted to talk about this, and the reason I wanted to bring it up, is it's weird, but it's kind of woke, but not woke. Let me hit the
How so?
Yeah, let me hit the non-woke part for a moment. But one message that is being stressed throughout this series, and stressed a lot, is the idea that when you go to court and when you're being tried for a crime, the facts matter. The facts are the facts. And the facts matter. You go into court, you have the jury, and you present the facts, and you present it in a way that you hope to convince people that either the defendant did it or the defendant didn't do it. And that one notion of due process is hammered throughout this entire series, which I found amazing, because we live in a time where it doesn't seem like the facts and evidence are relevant anymore. But this series really leans into it. Where it's woke, though, is the fact that the women in this movie, in this show, are good, and the men in this show are idiots and morons, or bad. And in the original Presumed Innocent, the Greta Scacchi character, she was an ambitious district attorney who was laser focused on her career, to the point that she used people to advance her career. She would sleep around, she would do all of that stuff to advance her career. In this one, no, that the district attorney defends children. That's why we love her. She is strained for upholding the law and prosecuting the bad guys. That's her MO. And so she's a good person. While again, every man in this movie is corrupted somehow. And then I'll lastly say that look, this is classic David E. Kelly. I really do like David E. Kelly. All his television shows. The advantage that he has with Apple TV is he gets to swear in his shows now. But what I found interesting was I believe it's the 4th episode, Jake Gyllenhaal's character is married to Ruth Negga, and they have 2 children. And during one point where it seemed like the son may have been a suspect, the wife, Ruth Negga character, says, you forget that your son is black. And the reason, hold on, it gets worse. The reason I point this out is because when you go episode by episode by episode, every episode is written by David E. Kelly, except that episode. He needed a co-writer to help him write that line. And I should have researched it before I talked about it, but I found it interesting that episode, the one that really brings out race into the show, that's the one he needed a co-writer for.
Well,
so I'll say this
alone.
What was that?
Sounds based on that alone, it sounds bad.
Yeah, the movie is so much better. The movie has so much more drama.
Yeah.
The stakes, and I'll say this: if you saw the movie or you read the original book, you know who did it. And this movie, the reason it's stretched out over how many 8 episodes maybe is that we just need to dive into each character more. But it's really not doing it in a way that says you need to see this versus the movie. The stuff they add are just accentuations to each of the characters. You could have gotten rid of that and still had the original movie. Plus, you would have some really hot sex in it. So I, if you like Jake Gyllenhaal, if you like David E. Kelly, I'm going to finish this out because I do like both of them. But the movie is so much better than this one, and the movie is clearly not woke. So.
Right. I'm just like taking these older properties and updating them. Not always a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that the women in the show have no flaws and that they're the more virtuous ones just tells me that this show is not about portraying humanity as real. Because as good as the idea of movies and television shows like this is that no matter how good we are, we still have our own personal demons. We have our weaknesses, and to give it half the cast no weaknesses says that you have a very weak and bland show on your hands.
Well, I'll say this: I have Apple TV Plus does have a few good things on it. I watched Silo. Ultimately, starts off amazing, terrible ending. They couldn't stick the landing. I have subscribed to streaming services just to watch one thing and discovered other things. Shudder, I subscribed to Shudder, Full Moon, Troma to watch one thing. I'll subscribe for a month or two, and Shudder is cheap. It's like $5.
Yeah.
So, but I this is not going to get me to subscribe to Apple TV Plus based on what you just said.
Yeah. No, again, you have the original, which is better. And I'll say the only thing I do subscribe to Apple TV, obviously. I think the morning show, honestly, is the one that I like.
I like that.
It came out during the rise of the Me Too movement, and I thought it was going to be this Me Too mess, and it really is actually much more nuanced than that.
It's more balanced, but only the first season.
Yeah,
it goes off the rails in the second season. It's no good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll take a pass on this, but.
By the way, Time Bandits is coming to Apple TV.
I just saw the trailer. It's terrible.
Oh, my
God. Looks awful. No midgets or no little people. And Lisa Kudrow, she has no gravitas. She's annoying in that role. I watched
that
the
character.
trailer.
She had a whole TV series based on that character, and now they're inserting it into Time Bandits.
God awful.
And the other thing, also, the reason I like Time Bandits, quite frankly, is because at that time I really liked Terry Gilliam and the vision he brings to television movies. This is Taika Waititi's impression of Terry Gilliam, and
it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. Like the trailer is ratioed all over the place. Time Bandits. I haven't seen it. I've only seen the trailer. If that's what the show is, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So, do you recommend Presumed Innocent?
Like I said, if you're a David E. Kelly fan, you might like this one, but no. Yeah. Plus, do you notice all the movie preview, the mystery movies are all Apple TV movies?
Right. Tetris was very good. I did subscribe that month and I watched Tetris.
Yeah.
Let's
and
go.
Then we'll be talking about Fly Me to the Moon, I believe is also Apple TV.